So with dollar yen, we've seen this sharp parabolic move in the dollar, um, and this is on the back of global PMIs, in the eurozone and the US. Um, Disappointing. Over here in Europe, the UK, not Europe anymore, and the US. So global slowdown fears is fueling a bid in the US dollar. Um, Now, what we've seen here in the US dollar, the Dixie, it's a very long run. One, two, three, four, five, six. So 6 4 hour sticks. One, two, okay, a couple of days there. We've got this W formation forming. We've come up into that resistance area that I talked about, a target area earlier in the week. And what I'm now in anticipation of is for this to slow down. W still got downside left to come. So W formation, pull back, imbalance in the market, pull back, right? Um, we are front side of the trend, but we're taking it on. So if that were to break, then I'm bearish. Sorry, there's a lot of old scribbles on this chart, but I hope that makes sense. So going back to dollar yen, then um, we'd anticipated the correction, but it hasn't come in as deep as I would have wanted it to for the continuation. It came in shy of a 38.2 correction. So measuring from down, let's start again. Measuring from the low of that rally, the 38.2 is at 142.60. I like to see those deeper corrections because essentially what that means is it's rebalancing the market and then fueling enough for a continuation higher to fill out whatever imbalance there is over here on the left on the higher time frames. So that was the 4 hour scenario, and on the daily, we have a market running away. One, two, three. So you don't just looking at that, you'd be in anticipation of a correction. So we're coming up into this targeted area, and if you look on the 4 hour chart, if you measure the, let's do that. Let's see. So if you measure from the low of that correction, we've come up almost to a 61.8. We've broken the well-respected 272. So I'd say that's a very strong rally, I have to say, but I think a correction is on the cards. Um, Given that we've come up to resistance levels and when we pull out to the daily or even on the weekly, we've got this bracket that we're moving up into, and you tend to find the start of these areas would act as resistance. So we've come up into there, So I'd be in anticipation of a deceleration and a correction.